Hi all, it's another riveting product review of the BeeBeeCraft products, and I'm going to attempt to do some Gell Press printing. And I have their mark making kit set, and I'm going to be using some of their stencils with a Gell Press plate. So I hope someone comes along and joins us. If not, that's cool too. So I will proceed. I'll move this out of the way. Now I have trouble using jelly plates. I watch people do it all the time, and they produce such beautiful, beautiful stuff. And so I find it a struggle. So I'm going to see if I can't find myself here. And home. That's okay. Let's see. Subscriptions. Why wouldn't I be able to bring up myself? Huh. It's interesting. I've done something wrong. What else is new, right? Am I not here? Maybe I'm not on. Let's see. Usually somebody. Oh, hello, Gail. Thank you. I was just ready to kind of end this, but I'm glad you're here. Yeah. So you struggle with the jelly plate too. Yeah, I collect leaves, but I think I've discussed this before. There aren't really good leaves here in Florida. They're all kind of the waxy type. So you can't really, at least in my opinion, you can't really get a good, print. So, all right. Well, let's proceed. I'm another person that has kind of jumped on the BeeBeeCraft bandwagon, and I already demonstrated. I did a standalone video on their stamp kit, and it's pretty good. But here is the mark making tools, and I tried using them the other day, and you can't. They really are meant, I think, to be used on a jelly plate. So I'm going to get out a jelly plate, and mine has bubble disease, and I don't know how that's happened. And I've been so careful. I've always kept it in its little clamshell. I even bought a new one. And all of a sudden, I've got the bubble thing going on, and I have no idea what I've done wrong. And but whatever. So I've got some serious, and I store it flat. I do everything you're supposed to do, and both sides. Hi, Lori. How are you? Thanks for coming. Yeah, I'm going to attempt to use the mark making stuff that came with the BeeBeeCraft. And I did the stamp thing in a standalone video yesterday. But I'm going to do the stencils and the mark making, combine them into two. And I was pretty honest yesterday regarding the stamp set, so I'm sure I won't be asked, "Hi, Mina, how are you?" I don't think I'll be asked to review any more of their products, but I am not gonna. Honest is honest, right? So, okay, so we've got a slew of mark making tools, and So we'll just start somewhere. These stampy things I used a little bit, and they got the little roly things, and you got, I mean, when you looked at, if you were here the other day, I laid out all of, I mean, I'll lay them all out. It's my favorite word, a plethora of mark making tools. And you got roly things, and you got roly things with ridges, and a roly thing that, I don't know, had a rough journey. It's got a little tumor on it. And another roly thing. And it's like the gift that keeps giving. It's really kind of, and then all of these mark making tools. I mean, it is a lot of stuff. And this kit retails for $13.49. So, yeah, it's pretty incredible. Now, some of it didn't travel well. This little star really had, had little trouble making the journey, or at least maybe somebody was hungry and took a bite out of it. I'm not sure. But anyway, I think we will proceed, shall we? And then you get these brushes, if you kind of, all right? So I'm going to just clear the deck here. And hi, Aunt Beck, how is the weary mover and traveler and the cat patio? I think I read somewhere that Scott hurt his back and is out of commission. I feel so bad for him. That is just a miserable place to be. But you're getting there. And I'm happy that at least the light at the end of the tunnel. The unpacking and settling is also a bother. I've done it a couple of times and it's not fun. So, all righty. I'm using up some old acrylics that I have had around for years. And those are the really cheapo ones that you get at the grocery store. But paint, oh, look, I never even opened that one. Wow. And this is green. So let's do a little green, if I can open it. And a little, ooh, that's way too much. A little dab will do you. And again, I get very nervous when, hi, Jean Ann, how are you? Is it Jean Ann or Jean? Jean, right? And all right, let me get my roller and let's just roll some of this out. That's a pretty dark. That's a dark green, isn't it? Oops. All right, let's see what we can do here. Well, and let's see. We were eating lunch. Ollie's, yes. I know what Ollie's is, but there are no Ollie's, at least in the general vicinity where I am. How far do you have to go to Ollie's? I'll have my little roll-off phone book here. Oh, you did your BeeBeeCraft? Okay. Did you do a live or did you do a standalone? I'll have to look for it. And what did you get? And I'm going to use this. Oh, 6 miles. That's great. So I'm going to use this little thingy here, and we'll just go and see what we get. Should be kind of interesting. I mean, these are for kids. Well, even for adults, right? I've got a bunch of packing paper that I've saved, and I didn't get that up far enough. When they get that packing stuff from Well, actually, this is the packing sheets that came with my dream box. And I cut it and flattened it out. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I'm not very good at lives either. But you know, you just do the best you can. All right, let's see if we got anything at all, or well, it's not. It's okay. I think it'll be better if I go back and do a, you know, when it dries, I'll come back and put another color on it. I thought I had too much paint, but I mean, you definitely have a nice pattern there. So we will put that aside and let's try. You know, you think you're organized and you're really not. Here's another green. So let's do another green. Let's see, Becky, you said eating lunch, yeah. Lots of boxes, yeah. You know what they say, if you don't unpack, when you move, if you don't unpack it within 6 months, don't unpack it, just take it to the curb. But I don't know whether that's true or not. I'm sure when I moved, one time I had boxes that I hadn't unpacked from the last move. And so that was not. Let me just put some of this on. See, I guess I'm not putting enough paint on. I'm always afraid of putting too much paint on. Maybe I can add another color. I'm always afraid of getting mud. I make the best mud. See, and I've got, oh, that's a hair. Jesus. Is that a hair? I don't know. No. Oh, that's, God, I don't know what that is. Oh, well. Now, Becky, did all of your cats, oh, you've taken 3 loads. Did all your kitties come with you? I mean, I'm assuming the main kitties came. I couldn't remember whether, good morning, Amy. Stopping by for a visit. Well, thank you. Thank you for stopping by. That's awesome. Yeah, they're hissing. Well, now, are you going to keep them? I'm just curious because I have cats, and I'm just wondering whether you're going to keep them inside, outside, or you're going to keep them predominantly inside. Okay, enjoy breakfast. Because I know once the cats have kind of been outside, it's kind of hard to keep them inside. Oh, I'm glad you voted. Yes, I voted. Let's see, I mailed my ballot in, and it's great that you can track it. So I've been tracking my ballot, and it says it's been, you get a little, I've been carrying it, you get a little QR code. I have it right here. And you can track it. So it says it's been received, but not voted, not counted. And I must have misunderstood. I thought in Florida they were going to count count the mail-in ballots as they receive them. But apparently, I don't know what they're going to be doing. But it's been received, and I'm glad for that. They're all inside. $2,000? Oh my gosh, Beck. That is a little extreme. My cats have always, the only time we had inside outside cats is when we lived upstate New York. And but since I've been in Florida, they've been inside cats. I have taken recently, I have an 8-year-old cat that I've actually bought bad feral cats. I bought a harness and a leash for, and I've tried to walk her on a leash, and it hasn't been that successful, but it's kind of interesting. eventually she would just flop over when I would put the harness on, and just she'd be like dead weight. And I have all tile floors, and I didn't want to drag her across the tile floor. So I was very patient with her, and I would, wait until she was ready. And then she got to a point where she would actually sit still and allow me to put the harness on. And then I would go through all of that. I'd get her outside, and she would literally take 3 steps and then flop over. And that was the end of that. And then she could walk to the door and want to come back in. So it's like, yeah, more like walk and drag. That's a great way of putting it. And she's old. I would imagine if you started that when she was a kitten, it would be, probably more. See, look at that beautiful mud. Gee whiz. Can I make mud or what, ladies? That is just mud, mud, mud. And then these air bubbles. Oh boy. Well, moving on. Let's see. How about a little blue? I love blue. Oh, what everybody else got. I got this set, right, as you can see. And I got the stamp set. And Laura got that stamp set too. And that's pretty cool. Except the carving tools are not super great. But the carving material is very, very cool. Very cool. So, and you get 6 carving blocks, and in essence you can carve on both sides of them, so you really have 12 surfaces to carve on. So, but the carving surface is a little bit harder to carve on than the white erasers. The white erasers are like butter, as they would say in New York, like cutting through butter. Oh, that's a pretty blue, isn't it? Ah, I love blue. All right. Let's find some other marquee tool. Let's see. Oh, I like this. Kind of looks like the tread on your flip flop. Oh, okay. I think that. Thank you. I think I will go back and try to find some fallish tones. Well, yeah. This like kind of looks like the tire tread, right? Or your flip flop. I'm trying to see. Hi, Nashua. Hi, how are you? All right, let's see what we have here. I'm going to go like that. Yeah. I know that if you're familiar with Cage Fish, she actually has a flip flop that she uses to do this. You can go to the Dollar Tree store and buy a pair of flip flops for, guess what? $1. And then you can do this. And here's another part of that set. Now these thingies here. So let's see, that's got a little, like someone took a bite out of it. So let's do a little bit of that. Well, it's not really. I may not have enough paint on here. We'll try. Okay, let's do that. And then we got this, and we'll kind of finish it off. Maybe do this. Oh yeah, this is too dry. Can you squirt water on these if it gets too dry? Does anybody know? Or alcohol? What about alcohol? I have alcohol here. What the heck, right? I mean, well, I had alcohol. That evaporates. Ooh, that is alcohol. Stinky. Stinky, stinky, stinky. All right, here we go. Here goes nothing. All right. Here we go. Thank you guys for hanging out and being here and keeping me company. Oh, that's true. Very good point, Laura. Alcohol will dry it out. Oh boy, this is a disaster. Well, the point is that the product is fine. It's just, yeah, I have the stencils. The stencils are really good. And I'm going to demonstrate some of the stencils. I used some of the stencils the other day and I was very impressed with them. They are just the perfect weight. They're not, too thick. They're not too thin. They're not flimsy at all. And they are cut very well. All right, let's see. Oh, that's not too bad. Well, that's like adding more color to that. Obviously, a lot more color. But it's pretty busy. It's okay. I mean, not really, but it could be worse, right? Now, if I put white on that, I mean, would that clean this off or would that give me a different type of a result altogether? I can't remember. Let's see. Thank you. It looks good for dry paint. Yes. Well, what would happen? I have some. Can you add sprays? I'm asking. This is how much I do this, right? I have some. Hi, Arlene. How are you? Just observing. That's good because observation. You're gonna laugh your ass off. I'm telling you right now. I know people use these, right? I have no idea. Let's see. This has a little swirly thing. And let's see. Yes, but while white on it and put the paper down, I'll right away. All right. That's after this. Let's just do this. No. I guess this is a lesson in how not to jelly plate. It's a pretty color, though. Here goes nothing. Yeah. All right. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. What did I do now? I have a hello plate. It says, oh, drag the tools. Yeah, that would make sense. This was kind of looked like a swirly. Yeah, I like that blue, though. I like these Seth After sprays, too. I bought all of them. This is going to be just a wet mess. But that's a pretty blue, though. Oh, that's not too crazy. Again, I can add more. Oh, I could add more color. Now, if I could add white to this at this point, right? Yeah, you can see where I dragged it. It's much better product if you drag it. So I'm going to add paint now. Just any paint, Lori? Any color? Like white or some other color. Let's see, what a color. Yeah, I'm afraid I'm going to get, let's see, a light color. Okay. A light color. A light color. Well, let's see. A light color, I don't. Well, what about yellow? Your paper's white. I've got some of the Artist Loft yellow. Okay. Just a little. Yeah, this is kind of, ooh, I would call that kind of snotty. All right, folks. Man. I wish I did this more often. Okay. Where were we? More paint. Okay, let me rub this off. All right. Let's do smiley. Don't be stingy. Okay. Mr. Smiley Face. No, it's not gonna. See, yeah, you're right. I need more paint. I'll put more paint on the next time. And we'll just do smiley face and see what happens. And let's just do an upside down smiley face. Every time I see the smiley face, I think of the Forrest Gump movie when he's running across the country, when he steps in the mud puddle and the guy picks it up and he's got this. Okay, don't have enough. Okay, so I'll add a lot more paint the next time. All right. Gotcha. Let's see what disaster I've created this time. Leave that down till it dries. Okay. So I'm pulling it up too soon, you think? All right, so leave it down until it dries. And more paint. I gotcha. Got it. So how's the weather where you all are? We dodged another bullet. Need to knock on wood. We have been so lucky. All those dang hurricanes have gone up into the Gulf area. It's ridiculous. They've gone through the Greek alphabet now. Now they're up to Zeta. And then I saw a Billy. I don't know where. Oh, well, this is somewhat promising. Yeah, no smiley face, but it's yellow. It's yellow for sure. And now we could add something else to that, right? Maybe some orange when it dries. Or Ohio, full-blown fall, raining with wet leaves everywhere. Oh, man. I remember that all too well. And there's that certain smell to wet leaves, right? Use Debbie App's book techniques. Yeah, she's really... There's so many people. And Devin, oh my gosh, did you see Devin when she was doing all of those unbelievable transfers from the magazines? Oh my gosh, they were just gorgeous. Let's see, what do we got here? I have some of these really old artist lofts pictures, paints. Yeah, she is amazing. All right, I'm gonna do this green and I'm gonna put a lot on, okay? Oh, I'm making well, it's okay. And I can always, if it's too much, I can always brayer it off, right? Okay, let me change my, whoops, my phone book. All right, now, I know I got enough paint this time. You're going to say, oh my God, what is wrong with this woman? Too much, too little. I need to take a lesson from Goldilocks, right? Find out the just right. Well, actually, you know what? That doesn't, now that it's all rolled out, it doesn't seem to be that much, does it? Now, let me ask you folks, at this point, could I put a magazine image down on this point, or would there have been something I would have had to do before this? Go light to dark, yeah. I kind of knew that. Or is this too dark to put an image down? Yeah, you got that right. Can I put an image down? I'm just gonna, let's see what I got here. And then you pull this off. No, not too dark. Can I try that? Try it. Okay, I like that. Not sure. Why not? Now I just stick this down, right? And you have to let it dry, right? And I know some images do better depending on the ink. That this is an ad out of Vogue, so yeah, I get Vogue magazine because I found it for $10 a year. And yes, Rub, okay. And so I subscribe to it for $10. I'm not into fashion, that is for sure. But I love the images, and I harvest and the backgrounds too. I took a Vogue magazine and I went through it and I just harvested. That's what I thought. A whole bunch of pictures. I mean, and solid colors to make, like, solid designs. And then I think I showed some of you. Then I made I've got all sorts of wrinkles in here, but that's okay. And then I made a junk journal out of junk mail that I received in one day. And now I am gluing all of those Vogue pictures into my junk mail journal. Rub, rub, rub a lot. Okay. Should I brayer it? Will that hurt? Rub, rub, rub a dub, rub my jelly plate. Do 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 do. Okay. What do you think? Pull? Now, when I pull it, I'm just going to leave the image behind, and then I'm going to put paint and do another pull, correct? And hopefully there'll be something here, right? And then oh, wow. There's actually an image there. Huh. Now I put paint on this, right? I put another color of paint. Let this dry. Let it dry. Okay. Ooh, shoot. This is where you need one of those, fan things from, like, let's see. I ordered through the company that puts out Somerset magazines and all of those. They had a sale earlier, and where you could go back and buy past issues. And I mean, like from like 2017, 2015, and with that kind of stuff in those magazines, the content is timeless, right? So I got some of those magazines for as cheap as $1.99. and $2.99, and some of them go back as old as 2016. But I just got an email from them saying that they had been shipped, so I'm really excited to see them. So I got about, I guess I'm thinking I probably got about 6 or 7 of the older magazines. There was a magazine that's no longer in publication, and it's called 10 Steps, or where there's everything in there is a 10-step process. All right, let me see, Amy. It's the same concept as cleaning the plate. Once you put on the next color, let it dry and pull off all the labors. So white, would you suggest white? Or maybe I have an off-white. I have like an antique white. I'm waiting. What do you think? Or I got this kind of off-white. It's called vintage white. Oh, okay, whatever. All right. Or I have, let's see. I have yellow ochre. That's always a great color. Yellow ochre. That's a very, all right. Off-white. Okay. All right. Now, same amount of paint, or we'll see. All right, here we go. Thank you, ladies, for being so patient with me. And, actually the drag, yeah, I'm the drag. The lag is not too bad. All right, here we go. Give it some paint. All right, here we go. Well, it's still really hot here in Florida. It was 90 earlier last week. The end of last week, it was 90. I'm over it. All right, it's very interesting seeing how this works. Yes, that's what's so wonderful. Oh, that's pulling that up. Oh dear, I'm going to stop right there. Should I put more paint on? I don't know. Oh man, this is not good. I'm going to try a little more paint. And then shite, as the Irish would say, shite. No, that's not what they would say. All right, I'm just going to leave that there and then pull it, and I think we'll go on. I have tortured you long enough. I think we'll go on, and maybe I'll do a stencil or two. I did live yesterday in doing the same things with my plate. Put paper on now? Okay. Paper is good. No drawing. Okay. Gosh. Here we go. It's like, I'm feeling if I rub this nice enough, will a genie pop out? Yeah, that's what mine. Okay, that's just what's happening to mine. The brayer was pulling off the paint. I wonder if it's the humidity. Humidity. I don't know. Oh dear. Okay, let's see. Are you guys going to some of you going to the farm party? Let's see. I'm talking to talking to you. I couldn't get myself, I couldn't figure out. I mean, I've done this before, but I was trying to get myself up on my iPad, but I was not successful. But I'm reading you all off my computer. So um, it's, I know that some people, I guess Janet Young got a new camera, and I'm using this is, a not a bad camera. I mean, it has no software, none, right? It's, you just plug it in and you go, and that's it. No software to download, no auto. It's a plug and go, and I can plug it into a Chromebook. Rub. Well, I can't rub my stomach and chew gum at the same time, so I'm trying to talk and rub anyway. So it's just a plug and go, and you can plug it into a Chromebook. Hi, Devin, how are you? Oh boy, now the jelly plate. Now you're gonna. Oh, Devin, I have been royally screwing up. So let's see. I'm gonna pull, and we'll see what happens. Save her, yes. Oh my gosh, I think I'm beyond redemption. I'm pulling. I'm pulling. And I will pull this way so you can witness the horror. Oh my gosh. And it was. Oh, how bad is that? Holy moly. Cajoli. Oh man. That is just. Oh, I'm speechless as to how bad that is. That is hysterically bad. Look at that. Oh my God. How could that be that bad? There's nothing that resembles anything. Nothing. Not a zilch. Holy. And look how good that came out. Aw, thank you, Malaya. That's a lovely sentiment. Yes. Thank you. That's what I had put down. It means a yummy layer. Add more. All right. I will. I will not. But this is actually the magazine paper. Need a beverage. Yeah, I need a beverage. I need, what time is it? I wish I could snap my fingers and someone bring me, like a cabana boy, bring me a Bloody Mary, but that's not happening, huh? My father was a big Bloody Mary drinker. He would, on the weekends, he would start pacing, literally pacing the hallways, snapping his fingers, looking at the clock like this, waiting until it was 11:30 so he could have his Bloody Mary. Can I put paint on this? Oh, okay. You might have used, I think I used probably too dark. Yeah. I know that. Yeah. It's really a hit and miss. Okay, Arlene, now you can chat. All right, I'm going to add this yellow ochre. All right, and just to clean this up, can I do that? I guess I can do anything. All right, let's just see. Whoops. I was watching Cat Hand just before I decided I would do this, and tried to take a refresher course on using the jelly plate, and a refresher course. I can't even call this. I'm so inept at doing this. I can use the jelly plate as a, like print off it. Do you know what I'm saying? Put some stuff on it, and then, all right. See, that's pulling that I wonder, could that be because the paint's old? Well, the ochre's not old, but the other stuff is ancient. See how that's pulling that up? I don't know. That's weird. How are you, Arlene? See, that's pulling that up. See, there's something not right in Phibbsville. All righty. Should I drag this thing? Okay. Laura, you said I should drag this little flippy tool? Okay. Wash the brayer? Well, I didn't like that. Oops. Let's try something else. Let's try this lopsided roller that's got like a bump there. I don't know. That's kind of, why would you, that has nothing. That's pretty. Oh my God, Ann. What are you doing? You are hopeless. I'm talking to myself because this is just, again, the paint is, I guess, just drying, and I don't know what I'm. All right, ladies, this is. All right. Okay. Can I put a spray on top of this? Oh, pouring rain. Ah, sleeping when it's raining. I think that is kind of the best. We had a, thank you. You're right. You are right. Thank you, Devin. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We had a porch on a house that we lived in southwestern New York State, and it had a tin roof. And in the summertime, when you get those rains that would come through, and the sound of the tin roof, it just man, that is like the most beautiful sound. A lot of people here in Florida have tin roofs, and that's just a beautiful sound. Rain on a tin roof, or a cat on a hot tin roof. Ha ha ha. Tennessee Williams played with Big Daddy. Now there, I don't know. That was just a really odd thing to say, but anyway, cat on a hot tin roof. Yes, rub, 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 rub. I have this is my St. Thomas flip-flop ring I got many years ago when I went to St. Thomas. These are my, well, you can't see it. My son's rings. It says Richard and Dave. Dave, right there, handmade. All right, I'm going to pull. All right. Well, I'm going to clean the plate, that's for sure. Okay. Well, we got some tire tracks here. We do. We got some trackage. Okay. All righty. Well, I think this is what I want to do. I want to go back and I'm going to put this down and okay. Hi, Candy. How are you? There. And I'm going to get a clean Brayer, not Breyer's ice cream. Maybe. Okay. A Speedo. Speedball. Speedo is a bathing suit. Okay. Nothing's worse than an old man wearing Speedos, just saying. If you know what I mean, folks. It was the Brayer. It was the Brayer all along. Look at that. Huh. That didn't pull anything up. Huh. That's interesting. All right, Brayer. You're gonna get a bath. All righty, now do you think there's one? We'll see. We'll find out if there's enough paint on here to do one of these thingies. Ooh, maybe. Oh boy. I'm excited now. Oh, BeeBeeCraft, you might be happy with this. I might have to edit everything up until this point. Haha, no, I'm not going to. But, let's see. Huh. And we'll put one over here. Okay. All righty, quickly. Because my nose is running. All right, let's go. I'm just gonna leave it. All righty. Yeah. Oh, thank you. I was very happy. Except the lady, the crooked hat, but that was a stamp that Kathy Berg had, and I love the simplicity of the lady in that stamp. Because Mary is the queen of stamp carving. Not I have allergies and I feel fine. It's just that my nose decided to run. You know what I've noticed also is when I'm wearing out and about and I have a mask on, my nose starts to run underneath the mask, and I find that very irritating. But okay. I'm psyched about this one. Okay, here we go. Is it good enough, do you think? Yeah, your nose, it's just, I don't know whether it's just, so. Oh, come on. Huh. I really thought I was going to get something. Well, I got a little, oh, it's a pretty color. Nah. Well, you got a little kind of autumnish, right? But, well, you got one that showed up. Huh. All right. Okay. Yeah. This was the ink. And I'm gonna try some more Seth Apter ink just because it's easy to do, right? And there's that one. What? Hey, I've got the fan on and it's blowing everywhere. Let's put that over there. Isn't it amazing when you start working, your working space it just shrinks exponentially as you Oh, is that what the alcohol that one was? Oh, you might be right. Yeah. Well, let's do a little gold mine from Seth. Man, I've seen people do sprays and then throw on magicals and I mean, do all sorts of crazy stuff. I love it. And I guess it's really whatever the market will bear, right? All right, I'm just gonna slap a piece of paper on that. Actually, let's do this with that. Things as we yeah, it shrinks. Yes, I mean you can see I've got stuff here, and you can't see it out in the Netherlands over here. I love Mary's got, what does she call it? The cliff. Things fall off the cliff. I would love to see what's behind the cliff. I think that expression is hysterical. And you know, when people really get going, they just have stuff everywhere, right? They just start slinging it in the back and all over the place. And all right, let's see what we got. I'm being positive, Devin. I'm being positive. Ooh. We got shimmery gold goodness. Yeah. Now I'm getting. Ooh, now I can probably get some more stuff out of that. Well, that's. Whoa. It's not. That's kind of pretty. Yeah. Well, we got a little shimmery action there. Alrighty. Now, what would you suggest I do to pull that up? This just white paint, or excuse me, I'm gonna go mic. Could I put white paint on this to clean that up, or just another spritz it with some water or alcohol maybe? Oh, black. Ooh, yeah. Great idea. Black. Yes. Yes. I have some wrought iron, not like a dark black. Will it smear? Well, at this point, it's pretty dry. So there's the word again, smear. I love that word. That is such a Yiddish word, right? Smear. We're going to put a smear. I don't think, whoops. Ew, it's farting. That's so embarrassing. And people I'm just going to say what it is. It sounds like a fart. That's what it sounds like. Okay. Here we go, folks. I will be very gentle and I will try not to smear it. It's very Halloween-y, isn't it? It's hard to believe that we've done so much Halloween-y stuff, you know, in the last month. It seems like Halloween should have been and gone. And it's not until Saturday. We don't have any Halloweeny people here because I lived in a gated community, so trick-or-treaters. I don't know whether there will be trick-or-treating this year, though. But okay. Now, when I lived in New York, they had set times. Halloween, it would be from like 6 to 8. But you notice how they changed the... Oh, it's drying. You notice how they changed the turning of the clocks back. Remember, it used to be just before Halloween? And then it would be dark, and then they decided they would wait until after Halloween. So after Halloween, it'll be dark. My grandson has it's hysterical. If I can post the video on Facebook, I will. He's got an inflatable T-Rex costume that he fits inside of. And it is hysterical. Oh my gosh. Should I just leave that and just pull and not put anything else on it? People, yes? 55 plus. Pull, okay. Pull, no. I think I told some of you that story about where I grew up in Wantor, Long Island. We had a neighbor that just threw a sheet over her head and came to the door about 10 o'clock and rang the doorbell. My father never answered the door. I don't know about your dads, but that was beneath my dad. So my mother got up and answered the door, and there was this little trick-or-treater, someone with a sheet over their head with 2 eyes cut out with a little basket, and said, trick-or-treat. So my mom, gave her some candy, left, turned the porch light off, figured, okay, that's got to be the last trick-or-treater, and damned if the doorbell didn't ring again. So my mother goes to the door, and there's this same little trick-or-treater, and the little trick-or-treater just says, it's not enough. And I thought my mother was going to blow a gasket. And then the neighbor pulled the sheet off her head. And man, I thought that was the fun. Can you imagine if a trick-or-treater just said, it's not enough? Oh my God. All right. We did some really horrible things when I was a kid in Halloween, so not a good. Ooh. Ooh, ah. Ooh. Ah. Yes, yeah. Well, that's good you have that option. Well, it's not bad. But it cleaned the plate. Oh my gosh, look at that. That plate is clean enough to put it away. Ooh, sorry, couldn't resist. That's not, I could see tearing it up and putting it in a background in a junk journal or whatever. Yeah, that's not too bad. Okay. It is nice grunge. Yeah, I love grunge. Yeah. Well, what my son's going to do is he's going to put the candy, it's individually wrapped, obviously, and they're going to put the candy out on their front lawn, and then he will sit out in the driveway. And as the kids come up, he'll say the candy's out, on the lawn or something like that. And and I guess the grandson that's going to be T-Rex, he'll be running around and doing T-Rex kind of stuff. Okay. How about if we move on to some stencils, and then we can I can feel I have fulfilled my BeeBeeCraft obligation, not crafts. No, no, no. Don't put an S. I found that out. Okay. So let's put this aside. And actually, that really kind of cleaned up well, didn't it? And I'm going to stick that down here. And I'm going to, if you don't mind, I'm going to find a couple of blank pages in my Who Gives a Crap junk journal. Who gives a crap? This is the toilet paper company. And of course, me, being me, I put the top, glued it on, ass backwards. Yes, I did. So that's why I have a finger pointing this way, because if you open it this way, it is upside down. So you have to go, whoop, and now it's right side up. Okay. So this is just filled with Vogue stuff. And yes, that is me all the way. So here's some of my pages that I've done in this junk journal. I mean, this was 1 day's worth. And, it was one of those flyers that I cut up. And I sewed into I like the way she peeks through here. And then I had some solid pieces too. And so I did something like this. Yes, it does. Ass backwards, who gives a crap? You got it. Sometimes things just work out for the best, right? So this is just solid pieces of paper, which I'm going to, and then this one, I kind of like this one. So these, yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. So, and I did a stencil in here, but I'm going to stencil on something like this, okay? And let's see, I wanted to show you. Oh, this came out pretty cool. And then that's kind of a little busy. I like this page. I kind of like a lot. This one, I like how this was a ladybug, and I thought of Laura when I put that ladybug, because that's a ladybug for Laura. There you are. I just mentioned you, and then you appeared. That is so amazing. There's the ladybug I cut out for you. Oh, okay. Okay. I don't know whether I hope I didn't sign up for that class. I don't think I did. Was that the giving book? And this is rainbows for you, Laura. I cannot look at a rainbow without thinking of you. So I'm just about ready to stencil a couple of thingies on some paper I could stencil on that. What class was that? Was that the giving book? Yeah, go ahead. Oh, the Midori class. Okay. Yeah, I have a passport Midori notebook that I use as my wallet, and but my on our next live hop. Don't ask me why, but we're supposed to make something that we would sell, or some sort of craft thingy. And sometimes I have no idea why I say things and why this even came to my mind. But I said I was going to make paper wallets. I don't know. So I'm going to make paper wallets. Hey, there's a lot of, so I made a paper wallet, And I just got a sewing machine and I don't know how to use it, but I made a, look at, see, there's my, I even have places for credit cards or fake credit cards and for money. And this is actually made out of Tyvek. Tyvek? Compliments of the United States Post Office, but shh, don't tell them, because that's kind of against the law. But I'm going to be making paper wallets. Don't ask me why. All right, I digress. I apologize. She doth protest too much. And what the heck did I do with the stencil? There they are. Now, I think Lori mentioned you get 16 of these stencils. 16. That's an enormous amount of stencils. And they are really, really, really nice. It's hard, but again, the weight of them is perfect. But it's a recycled envelope, right? Yes, it is. Yes, I'm recycling it. Yes, I am. Kind of. And I'm going to stick to that story. Yes, I am. I am recycling it. Recycling it from, yeah. You know what? I'm going to put my paint on my jelly plate. I know a lot of people use jelly plates as a kind of a palette, and that's what I'm going to do. So, all right. Let's see. Pick a stencil, any stencil. All righty, and I got my makeup sponges, so I'm all set to go. Just say yes. Okay. Yes. And what color would be pretty with that? I think, I like this color. It's called Pueblo. Pueblo, which I guess would be like Adobe brick. Okay. Oh, okay. I thought you said you had a gym appointment. I'm sorry. You're going to check out those hormones, yeah. That's hard to keep them in check. They can be a bit bothersome. November 24th, okay. Are you doing the night sweats and all of that fun stuff? Not fun. Took me a long time to even figure out how to do this, folks. But I'm finally getting the hang of the little dabble do ya. Anybody have Thanksgiving plans, or is everything kind of on hold? Hence my terrible spelling now. No, Jim, I know. I made it. See how nice that is until I totally. All right, I can put that back. It's kind of. I need more. Yeah, I'm trying to. I don't don't know why I'm so stingy with the paint today. I'm really having an issue with paint distribution. But look how pretty that stencil is. Oh, I'm sorry. I was going to be on my own also because my dear friends who normally take me in for Thanksgiving, we're going to go to Dallas because that's where one of her sons lives. And, I was all set. I said, hey, you know what? Your family comes first. And then they changed their mind. They decided it was not worth traveling. So I lucked out. So I will be. They live up in Cape Canaveral, which is about 40 miles from where I live. So when I go to visit them, I always spend the night because, we usually have a couple of drinks and we're being responsible adults. I would not have been that responsible, in younger years, but now I am, which is a good thing. So the Thanksgiving plans are back on. So I'm very grateful to be able to spend it with them. They are from Ireland, and but I met Mo the first day of teaching. She was living in the States at this time, and so I met her at Holy Trinity. And then she went back to Ireland, hooked up with a guy that she had been engaged to when she was 21, and then broken off the engagement and met up with him again at her mother's funeral. I mean, this is a Nora Roberts story. Literally, it's like right out of a Nora Roberts novel. Mo married, had 2 sons. The marriage was really on the skids. Her mom dies. She goes back to Ireland to go to the funeral, and there is Sean. He's never married. And the rest, she came back, divorced Ed, and she and Sean married and have lived happily ever after. It's just one of those things. And Maura is a redheaded Irish person, and she is fiery. She lives up to the reputation of being a redhead. You don't want to really challenge her in any way. And she is the type of person that once you are her friend for life through thick and thin. And she's an amazing person. You're going to do what you always do. I'm trying to read the chat. Oh, okay. I'm not going to work it. It's not a safe place to be. Yeah. Well, that's what they're saying, that, family gatherings are problematic. And the only people I've actually seen is Mo and Sean. I haven't really seen anybody other than the 2 of them. And they tested. They went and tested them, had themselves tested a while ago. I haven't been tested. I'm fine, but I wear my mask. I love these stencils. These are just beautiful. And they they don't smear. You know how some stencils they smear behind, you know, they ooze behind. At least that's always, and maybe that's me doing that. Oh, I wish she would quit trying to do all the holiday. Oh wow. She, and if you go, Aunt Beck, she really wants to do it all. I mean, she's, you know, that's got to be difficult. 93. Holy moly. Yeah. Well, you know, even before all of this, I mean, it's not like I had a crazy active. I mean, the only thing I was doing that I'm not doing that would be any bit dangerous was subbing. And I stopped. I took my name. I took my name off the sub list. Uh, I figured I didn't need to be involved with that. And, you know, there's not enough money, honestly. What they pay subs to go in and deal with, you know, telling kids, honey, you don't have your mask on right. Did you know there is a right and a wrong outside? I did not. Oh, I can feel it. Oh, yeah. Huh. One side's a little bit. How can you tell, though? These feel. Let's see. I'm not. Let's see. They cut it to create a rounded edge on the top. Kind of like beveled, you mean? They are cut to create a rounded edge on the top, and the back remains smooth. Yeah. Interesting. You know that from because when you worked, didn't you work at Michael's, or was it Michael's? You were in retail, weren't you? Craft retail? It's interesting. See, this is much smoother, right, than this. It's interesting. See, I swear. Hang around on this channel and you are going to learn something new every single day, without a doubt. I have these sprays here, but with the sprays, you know, they have a tendency to spray everywhere. So I'm not going to even attempt that. I'm going to reach over here and grab another color from this set that I bought. This was called, it's a set of folk art, and it's called the Town Square. Oops, Town Square. And it's all these kind of muted colors. Yeah, you worked at Michael's. Yeah, that's what I thought. And Joann's. I thought that, if I remember that at some point in time, hearing that. Ooh, you know what I can do when I'm done? I could brayer this on my jelly plate. Now, my problem is I'm out of my little sponges. This is it. And I need to go to the Dollar Tree. I haven't been to the Dollar Tree, but I was involved in a Google research project. And you fill out a questionnaire, and then they either pick you or you don't. And so I was involved in where they test certain products, and they ask you, you know, whether you like a potentially new, like design of something that they're working on. And I've been chosen twice, and it's a Zoom meeting, and it's pretty interesting. And but this last time, the first time I got a $50 gift card at Kohl's, Kohls. I don't know if any of you are familiar with Kohl's. I'm not a fan of the Kohl's store, and I never used that. But this time, I got $100 gift card, like a Visa debit card, for $100. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to Dollar Tree, and then I'm going to go to Tuesday mornings and see if I can't, well, I'm sure I can, spend that $100 on crafty stuff. Yes, that's my plan. All right. I don't think there's anything there. All right, you ready? Again, I'm telling you, these stencils are, I give the stencils an A+, A+, A+. Oh, you will have Kohl's. Okay, you have a Kohl's? Yeah. I call it my wedding suit. It was a suit, a three-piece like dress-up suit that I bought for my son's wedding. So that's my wedding suit. I got that at Kohl's. All right. I'm going to do one more, and then I'm going to let you guys go. And you've been so wonderful. You've been so helpful and helping me and being patient. And Devin gave me excellent advice. Telling me to be positive and move forward, move on, right? And that is great advice. And I have cardinal red. And take a little squirt of that. I am very happy with these stencils. I highly recommend the stencils, and you get 16 of them. 16. And the price on the stencils, $9.29 for 16 stencils. Have a great time at Ollie's. And will you show us your haul tonight at 7 Eastern? Is Ollie's that's like has everything, right? It's not just a craft store, is it? It's just kind of like I've heard of Ollie's. But, all right, this is a really complicated stencil. But let's see how this will dab off. Oh my gosh. Lawn maintenance guy. Dab, 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 dab. So how's school going? Oh, really? Books? Well, that reminds me, if I go to the Dollar Tree, I got to pick up a bunch of books. I love buying dollar books at the Dollar Tree, and then you can just, alter them or just rip off the covers or, The only thing that's hard to find dollar books is sewn bindings. Those are finding books with sewn signatures is not an easy feat, even at Goodwill. I've gone through, spent, a couple of hours going through books at Goodwill looking for a sewn binding, because those are the only ones that you can really alter. I asked somebody once whether you could alter a book that didn't have a sewn binding, and the person said, yeah, you can. However, you're going to be really disappointed, meaning it doesn't bode well, doesn't end well. So And I want to try that carving books that Tanya and Lisa are doing. Ooh. All right, first quarter. I guess that's about right, isn't it? Yeah, that would be right. It's okay. Yeah. Now, are you using your school district's curriculum, or are you using one of the national virtual school district curriculums? Oh, Lily's in school. Look at that. Those stencils are definitely a good value. I mean, look how I'm really liking that. Now, as a parting farewell, do I dare? Well, I'm figuring what do we have to lose? Absolutely nothing. Correct? All right. Here we go. All I have to do is find the buried. Okay, I'm just going to roll all of this together. Oh, dear. Whoops. Okay, here we go, folks. Let's see. I think this would be a parting finish for this day after I have fought with this. My jelly plate and myself have not gotten along today at all. So, let me move this over so you folks can see the final hurrah. And guess you can throw one of these on, I guess. I don't know. You put paper on top of that or not? I don't know. Oh my gosh. I have such a mess over here. Oh my lordy. I don't think, I have no idea. This is probably done this ass backwards too. Oh, the handmade one? Yeah, I've seen that. Oh, okay. All right. You just buy Knox gelatin, right? Knox gelatin, the plain Knox gelatin. Hi, Patricia. How are you? I probably should have spritzed that with some of the Seth Apter paints. Well, sometimes when I attempt to use the jelly plate, I get discouraged, and I think the part of the problem is I don't stick with it long enough to kind of, build up my skill level, I guess would be the best thing. Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought you were going to say, hi, Elle. How are you, Elizabeth? I thought you were going to say it was more expensive than the jelly plate. I was going to say, I don't think so. I have a jelly plate and then I have Gell Press. And I can't tell the difference, but I'm not a connoisseur. All right. This will be a suitable parting shot here. All right. I don't think this. Yeah. That's what I kind of thought. Ah! All right. Well, I'll tell you what. This is what I'm going to do. And it doesn't make any sense, but what the heck? It's been that kind of, let's just do this. Add a little Seth into the mixture, right? I like the Sethy Seth. So we're just going to smear this around, right? What the A? Oh, look, there's a stencil. There it is. What do you know, folks? I'm going to plop this down and go like so. Oh, look. How pretty is that? And I got to find my phone book. All right. Cocoa Beach phone book. Cocoa Beach is where the astronauts lived in I Dream of Jeannie. Yep. Whoops, there goes the junky journal. Whoopsies. All right. I'm going to laugh my 1,000 sheets. Well, you can deli jelly print and make sandwiches. So there you go. I think I got spelling, yeah. Ooh. Ah. What? Get out. Shut the front door. Look at this. This is like the best one all day. Get out. Maybe I could make jelly. Yes, you could. Or you could wrap the sandwiches in your deli plate. Papers. Get out. That is literally, I mean, those of you that are just coming in, it's been pretty much difficult. Let me put it that way. It was difficult all day. And now I just was slapping that stuff on. Oh, look, can you see there's like little faces? You see the little faces in there? Am I imagining? You can see wee little faces. Right here. Whoops. Whoops, right there. Yes. Seth has entered the room. And those are so much easier to use. Just to spritz the spray on the plate. And then, yeah. I mean, I'll show you some of the other attempts today. So you know I'm not exaggerating. And I think that was Seth and alcohol. And this was another kind of not so cool-ish. And what can be a day of jelly printing without a page of mud? A tick? Oh my God, Jersey. Holy crap. Oh, in the house. My friend had Lyme disease. And she lived out on Long Island, and she was mowing the lawn. And it was a deer tick that they carry the Lyme disease. Oh man, Jersey, no. Oh gosh, I hope she's gonna get it quick enough. Damn. You still like the mud page? Well, I'm going to see if we can't demud it with, how about sunflower? I know. Oh God. Demud. Well, maybe the yellow won't. What should I put on to demud it? Maybe red? Ah, pomegranate. Yes, pomegranate. That's a good color. Do, 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 do. Should I put a stencil down on that? Oh, why not? She said. All right. Did I smear that out? I don't remember. Did I roll that out? Okay, I'm gonna just do a smear, a light roll. Yeah, yeah. Plop that down. And plop that down. Go like so. Ooh, I don't know. Maybe not so much this one, but that's okay. My son's company, the cancer research company that my son works for, went public. They issued their IPO the other day. So we're all excited about that. And I immediately bought 30 shares. Hi, Carla. And it's already going up $1.50. Aw, thank you, Carla. Thank you so much. I always forget. Thank you, Devin, for coming by. And thank you so much for your positive words. And my ex-sister-in-law just Facebooked me and said she shared my post. So if you go on Facebook, check out the video that I shared. It's a video that I came across a couple of years ago. And please check it out and watch it, because I'll tell you what, if that doesn't bring a smile to your face today, it is just one of the most uplifting things that. And I just came across it this morning. It was buried deep in my iPad. And I said, you know what? I'm going to share that. It's a great video. So check that out for me, please. My ex-sister-in-law just said that she shared it. So, well, see, yeah, I guess you don't want to put the stencil down. That kind of, okay. But turn it over. Yeah, I just put it on Facebook, and I posted it to my friends. And I know you're a friend of mine on Facebook. I think I didn't make it public, but I could always post it in. I can post it in Fibsville. I don't remember the name of it. And when you post it to friends, you don't get to see it unless I posted it public. But it's just it's hot. Well, I will post it. I guess maybe in Fibsville, where somebody can actually, where maybe people can see it, because it is it's amazing. That's all I can say. All right, so well, there you go. All right. Well, thank you, folks, so much for being here. And those of you that just came in, I'm sorry. I'm ready to say adios. You can try. Let's see. Did you find your fur babies? I didn't know fur babies were missing. Oh, deer ticks. Oh my gosh. Well, good luck with the ticks. Squeeze those little heads. Fibsville is a place that's part of Mary's web group, and so Thank you, Carla. I mean, you came in late, but you did me a, thank you so much for reminding people to give me a thumbs up. I always appreciate that. My subscribers are slowly growing, and that's an awesome thing also. So again, thank you for your patience. And I'm going to share this video with the folks at BeeBeeCraft, singular. And I'll see you out on the internets, hopefully tonight at AmpX. Have a wonderful day and stay safe. And that means you, Laura. Stay away from those damn ticks. Ha ha.